Now, this may come as a shock to a lot of people. You're married. You get remarried. Your new spouse has children. Guess what? Social Services Law, Section 101, liability of relatives to support. Step-parents shall be, in like manner, be responsible for the support of a child under the age of 21 years. The child doesn't have to be living in the household. Can be out on their own. If they're under 21, they can hit you up for child support. The liability imposed by these shall be for the benefit of the public welfare district. So in other words, the child goes on public assistance or something, you're now going to have to support that child. Reimburse the welfare department. Proceedings to compel support by persons in need thereof. Now, this part of the law, Social Services 111H4. The issue is, who does the child support belong to? The court is very great of ordering the fathers or mothers to pay child support to the other spouse. Whose money is it? Is it the child's money? Or is it the mother's or father who's receiving the money? It says, any and all monies paid into the support collection unit pursuant to an order of support made hereunder, the Family Court Act or Domestic Relations, where the petitioner is not a recipient of public assistance, shall upon payment into such support be deemed for all purposes to be the property of the person for whom such money is to be paid. Well, who is the person? Is it the child or is it the mother? I will tell you, there is no accountability. I've seen fathers been ordered to pay $1,000 a month. No accountability. The mother's, that's how she pays her rent, that's how she pays her bills. Hers, the kid. She can spend the money on anything she wants. There is no accountability where the money goes. Now, I'm not saying, you know, if somebody's paying $50 a week or $25 a week, you need to go into it. But if somebody's paying $1,000 a week or $500 a week child support, there needs to be an accountability. Now, if you read the statute, 413, parents' duty to support, except as providing subsection 2 of this act, the parents of a child. That's plural. That is not singular. The parents are obligated to support. The case law, based on the premise that both parents share the responsibilities for child support. All calculations. Well, let me deal with this. The premise that both parties share the responsibility of child support. Why is it that only one parent is ordered to pay child support, even though both children are living together? I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. You have two parents. They both make $80,000 a year. They have the one parent, or let's say, so we're under the CSA guidelines at this point. Let's say they each make $60,000. One parent is paying. The other parent isn't paying. They can live off, they got two kids, they get 25% of about $55,000. But yet, their 25%, they get to keep and spend as they want, and they got the other party's money to spend on the kids. They don't have to spend their money on it. That's not what the law, the statute says. It says both parents' duty. There needs to be accountability when you have two parents making a lot of money. They're doing well, but the children deserve the money from both parents. not just the one that's ordered to pay. Now, what comes up a lot of times is, and I've seen it, they have a thing called the self-support reserve, which right now is, I think, $16,038. It goes up every year. It's small increments. If you're only making 20, you take off your taxes and everything, you're about there. What they do is, not only do they reduce the parent's income below the self-support reserve with the child support, through their little schemes of way they do it, but then they tack on added expenses, child care, medical bills, and whatever else they can think of, they add to it. Once you hit the self-support reserve, they cannot take any more money from you. And that's based on all calculations must be initiated from a figure that represents disposable income. That's after the deduction of your taxes and everything. Not before taxes. It's after. It's disposable income. Now, where the basic child support obligation formula plus child care, health care, or just the formula amount itself reduces the respondent's income below the self-support reserve, but not below the poverty guideline, the basic child support obligation is redefined to be the sum of $50 per month of the difference between respondent's income and the self-support reserve. There is simply no statutory authority, once the basic child support obligation is determined to be $50 per month, to add on or to otherwise require a respondent to nonetheless pay a sum of money towards health care or child care. They do it all the way, time. And I'll be showing you a couple of cases on that. And as this one here, both father and mother are equally responsible for the support of their children. You know, the law is very clear on that. It's both parents to be supporting, both parents should be supporting the children.